Homes in Rapid City, South Dakota. They cost how much? I know you think South Dakota homes have got to be cheap here, right? Well, maybe not so much. Hey everybody, it's Tristan Emond with Mindful Living Realty, a realtor right here in Rapid City, South Dakota, the gateway to the Black Hills. Now, if we're having this conversation back in 2010, we may be having a different conversation. But since the craziness of the pandemic, home prices in our area have gone up 30% since that time. So let's jump on the computer and see what you can expect to purchase in the Rapid City and surrounding area for your buck. All right, here we are on my website. We're going to start with the under 200,000 crowd. Don't you get yourself excited here with this 15,000. These are ones to be moved, so you're not actually buying any real estate here. A couple of things to note right away that we'll look at is you have the beds and baths right here with the square footage. You can see that immediately. And then here we can tell if it's had a decrease in price at all. As you can probably imagine, under 200,000, we're not going to get into much. A lot of mobile homes. Now, these mobile homes, like this first one here, obviously pretty rough. These mobile homes are not financeable through normal mortgage means. You're going to have to go to a bank and get a bank loan or cash. And a lot of times, of course, you're paying $500 or so per month on lot rent. So I don't usually talk much about those because a lot of times they're not viable options. Here's the first home that's actually a single family home. A little one that's only, 600, 700 square feet. Probably not going to be financeable because of some of the issues with the house. Yeah, that's not good. It's definitely going to take some work for this property. Another manufactured home here, more mobile homes. Here's a condo, an older condo that you could get into, 1,100 square foot condo. Another condo here, 736 square feet. And here we get into the another 4-bedroom, single family home. But again, going to need some work. That's some nice wallpaper going on right there. As I mentioned before, if it's under $200,000, there's probably some work that needs to be done to the property, making it not financeable with FHA or VA or your South Dakota housing. So it makes it hard for first-time home buyers that need those kind of loan programs. This one you can see has dropped about $10,000, so it was on the market for $200,000 originally. All right, now we get into the $200,000 to $300,000 crowd. And you can see here, look at these are some newer construction homes here. These are smaller, 570 square feet, 1 bedroom, some really affordable properties, but that are going up here recently. It's a brand new system, a brand new subdivision that's being built, but obviously you don't have a whole lot of square foot in these properties. But you do have some options in that price point if that's what you're looking for that will work for you. This one here on Haynes Court has 4 bedrooms, 1,700 square feet, and even a 2-car garage. Let's take a look at this. Looks like this is a pretty decent little property. I'm guessing the 2 bedrooms downstairs might not be to code, but I've got a big window here, so maybe they are. And gives you a feel of that property for $220,000. As we get higher in price, these affordable homes are a little bit bigger in square feet. A lot of them being built. 1,000 square feet. 1,500 square feet here. They replaced the floors. Some interesting choices there for sure. As we get above the $250,000 mark, what we're getting to is more nicer homes, more move-in ready than the ones we've looked at previously. Yeah, we get at the outside. What's like the inside look like? We're not gonna go inside. Oh my God! Come on. There we go. Yeah, so this is a really nicely done little property. So you're gonna spend more for something that's probably move-in ready. 912 square feet, which is kind of common for this side of town. Indiana, southeast side of town, Elm Street. You pretty much can be staying southeast. This one on Galaxy is north side of town. Kind of a nice little neighborhood up in here. Tri-level style. Yep, little small little place, relatively decent. Sweet Bars in the Valley. North 39th is actually on the west side of town. 1,500 square feet. Built in 1954, so it might have some older features. Looks like it's pretty decent property there. So to be on the west side for $280 is not a bad not a bad deal. Here's some newer townhomes out in Box Elder. This one's in Blackhawk, another tri-level. Had a decent price reduction of $7,500. Most of these you see are going to be under 2,000 square feet at the most. Here in Yorktown, has got some newer construction going on here as well. This will be mostly finished upstairs, but nothing finished in the basement. So there are some options for you if you're looking to build under $300,000. Some smaller options out in Box Elder mostly. It's a nice condo. I've been in this one. This one is really kind of a cool place because it's just north of West Boulevard, kind of in center part of town. Nice little condo. Got some older features in it, but certainly a nice little condo. Here's another West Side property, $300,000. Built in 1951, 1,100 square feet. And that's kind of what you get on the West Side. You get a little more older features when you're buying a property on the West Side for under $300,000. All right, now we get to $300,000 to $400,000 property. Here's a 1,400 square foot new construction in a newer subdivision called Apple Valley. Smaller lots, but you have some options to choose from, and plenty of new stuff going on out that way. That's on the way to the airport, past Anderson Road. Harrelson, that's that Apple Valley again. This another newer construction. Here's another one for 2,000 square feet for $313,000. This probably went up because they did more work to it or something than originally. This is a condo that you can live on Farewell Hills, $315,000. And we're getting closer to 2,000 square foot properties. Patton Street is out in the valley. Still nothing sublime, but certainly something that you could live in. Balmer Way is a newer construction. 3-year-old, it says. 1,600 square feet. You still got the newer construction feel to this one. But you should have like the grass already done and those kind of things taken care of. More newer construction going on. Newer construction here. Yep, we've got a lot of new construction rolling on in this price point. We'll skip ahead a little bit to get higher in our price points. 1,800 square foot new construction. We're getting bigger square feet for $350,000. Here's one in the valley on Titan. You can see we got a lot of properties right now that are on the outside of Rapid City. We're not really getting in town. We're in Box Elder. A lot of new construction going on. See, even this one in Virginia, that's north of Rapid City a little bit. There's a townhome that's out in the valley. Skip ahead another 6 pages. I'll jump back a little bit here. More new construction. Got some more new construction happening in this area too. This is newer construction, 2,000 square feet. It's got the sod in, looks like. This is in Northern Lights, which is just, if you know where Waikiki is, and that little selection of motels just off exit 61, that's where this is located. All right, as we get into Rapid City, here's on the southeast side of town. This is a newer townhome. 1,500 square feet, 1,600 square feet. But you can see it's down $2,700. That's kind of what happens in January and February sometimes. Okay, the Gladys Street is on the north side of town, 1,800 square feet. It's got a bigger lot. Come on, people. Take better pictures. New construction. This is Healing Way. That's off Mount Rushmore Road, just out of town. $400,000 for Sweetbriar. You're getting more square footage, 2,300 square foot. Looks like it's been redone. This is probably, I mean, what does this see here? 1971 property, but you can tell it has been all redone. All right, now we're between the 400 and 500,000 mark, which, as you will be able to tell, we're going to get more inside Rapid City as we get some nicer properties and a few more on the west side, like this one on Alamo Drive. Got some nice updates, but it is a 1960s home, but they've done a good job updating this one. And this is just right off, kind of right on the corner, kind of Sheridan Lake Road and Jackson Boulevard. Here's a 1 acre property here. You're going to have a little bit more of a, built in 1963, so you're going to have a little bit less updates. Yeah, a few more original things in that property. Black Powder is a newer property, 2,000 square foot out in Rapid Valley. Tinton is Rapid Valley. Going out to Blackhawk, you can have a little 1 acre property, so a little more land. Looks like they've done a nice job updating this property. We're getting into the 420s. I like this Fieldstone area. Built in, 2012? Yes, a newer build, but got a nice property. Split levels, for a lot of split levels in Rapid City, they're cheaper to build. So we're trying to make things, of course, as affordable as possible. So you're going to see a lot of split levels. This one's kind of downtown-ish. Kind of West Boulevard style. Built in 1950s. Got the original wood floors. Have the original look of some of that property. Box Elder, Lodge Street is on the west side of town. Field View, nicer, another southeast type of property. Built in 2005. Another larger property in Blackhawk. So if you go out in Blackhawk, you get a little more square foot for your money. That's for 440. It's new construction here in Box Elder. Pop to the last page. Somerset, we've had a lot of nice newer properties in Somerset. I like this neighborhood. It's very subdivision-y, suburban kind of feel. You're getting 2,900 square feet for about $500,000. The Somerset Drive is in the southwest part of town. 1980s, so you can see the 80s stuff going on here. If you're looking for more space, here's a barndominium on about 5 acres, 1,400 square feet. That's on Antelope Creek Road, which is north of Box Elder. Same here with 225th. You're in quite a few acres, but you're considerably out of town. Chateau Ridge, west side of town. This one's 3,000 square feet, built in 2000. So as you can see so far, even $500,000 isn't buying you a whole lot of really cool, nice, fine things. We're getting bigger, but a lot of the bigger homes that we're looking at under $500,000 are just kind of your basic construction, not a lot of really cool things or upgrades in those properties. So hopefully that'll change a little bit as we get above the 500 price point. All right, so West Side Mountain View Drive, 3,000 square feet. Cool outside stuff. Great, a picture of the dining room table. Okay, moving on. 9th Street is in the West Boulevard area. Yeah, you got a lot of that feel from the 60s. That 224th, that's more square footage, 80 acres. 2,000 square foot out in the valley. Misty Woods Lane is in Auburn Hills, which is north of the mall. $2,800 square foot built back in 2011. Wild Horse is a little bit more square footage on some little acreage, right? 0.60, yep. That is down off Highway 79. You're kind of in the prairie a little bit right here, but kind of a cool little subdivision down there if you don't mind a 15, 20-minute drive to work every day. Now we get into Red Rock Meadows. This is off Sheridan Lake Road, and if you're on on Google and it says Colonial Pine Hills, this is that area. So you'll have a lot of cool properties in that. A lot of people like this area. You're kind of close to the hills, but you're not far from town either. 2,500 square feet, built in 2010. Yeah, you've got some of the cool newer things going on with the metal stuff. Nugget Gulch is kind of a cool area because you're just off to the east of Sheridan Lake Road. You're still in town, but you've kind of got this cool feel in the neighborhood. A lot of trees. Drop 15 grand to 554 right now. Valley West is over by Stevens High School, up a hill. You are located on the hill, so you're going to have that hill to go up, but if we ever get to the inside here, we might not. There we go. Oh, like some 80s carpet for sure. Built in the 80s? 2000. Yeah, it's old 2000 carpet, I guess. It's pretty sad I didn't notice that. Another one on Dunsmore. That's also up in Sheridan Lake Road. Right, that's in Red Rocks. 3,300 square feet. You built in 2015. Here's another one down south of Rapid City off 79 in the Black Cap area. 1.68 acres, so a little more square footage. You got the ranch with full basement. Built in 2006. Vinecliff is a nice southeast property, newer southeast property. 2,600 square foot. Elks Crossing, which is right next to Elks Country Estates, next to the golf course down there. That's the newer features. Nicer flooring, gas fireplace. Kind of giving you an idea of what you can get outside of town. This is on Swiss, which is about 45 minutes from town. Definitely your log cabin feel in Edelweiss Mountain Estates. You got some other acreage and privacy, but it's going to be about 45-minute drive to get here along a curvy gravel road. But if this is what you're looking for a cabin, this will do the trick. What is that? 560? Is that what I said? 600. Right at 600. Chapel Valley, people really like Chapel Valley. You're in town, but you're surrounded by a lot of trees, Black Hills trees. You kind of feel like you're your own little Black Hills area. Built in 1975. Chapel Valley does have its own pool, so you are paying a HOA fee down here as well. A couple $100 a month, I believe. All right, 3 acres, $600,000. Here we go. This is outside of town on 385 is Pactola Estates, 2.5 acres. Be kind of a cool place if you want to spend a lot of time at Pactola, which we like to do. Oh, I like that deck. That's kind of nice. Ooh. I only get one shot of the inside. Seriously? There we go. Oh, lots of paneling. Oh, okay. All right. And now let's head into Dark Canyon Road. As you're going out Rimrock Highway, we get next to the river right here. Down 25 grand, 0.45 acre. Just kind of some really cool, architectural cool homes out here. A little bit different than your run-of-the-mill homes in Rapid City. All right, let's see what we can find between the $600,000 and $700,000 price point in Rapid City. These are some newer builds in Shepherd Hills, which is over by Menards, and they do have some incentives. You can save about 40 grand on this property, but right now listed at about 650, 2,200 square feet. Another new construction here or there. Southwest home on Motherlode, 3-car garage, built in 2009. Yeah, so this is going out Sheridan Lake Road. You're right here in this little subdivision right here. Newer construction out Elks Country Estates. Kind of gives you a feel what you can build out there. 2,700 square feet, $670,000. Have a few more fineries in it than others, I imagine. Just on a regular city lot. As you get out of town here on Nemo Road, this is where you get some more of your hills type properties. 3.13 acres. 1987 build. Got some of that architecture from back then, but looks like these are newer cabinets. That's not 80s cabinets at all. So they've done some updates here for sure. Quebec Court gets you back into Red Rock Meadows. Built in 2008. Here in Red Rock Meadows, you're going to have a few more restrictive covenants than some other places we looked at, especially under the $500,000 mark. You might not be able to park your camper anywhere nearby, have to go put that away. Things like that. Targhee is High Point. This is a newer subdivision on the other side of Red Rocks. 3,000 square foot, built in 2019. Got some nice views for sure. Pinecone Lane, 1.5 stories in the Black Hills, 1.2 acres. $3,000 square foot, lots of wood. Here's a newer construction in Minnesota, down by the hospital. 3,500 square foot, 3,400. Yeah, right near the hospital. There we go. Big and open. All right, and we're getting to $700,000 to $800,000 now. Matterhorn is another one there out there in Edelweiss Mountain Estates. Again, as we mentioned, this one looks like it's been a newer one. This has been updated. 2,400 square feet, built in 2023, so it's a brand new one. So you got lots of big windows. $725,000. Snowberry, that's in Countryside South. I really like this subdivision as well. Half an acre, 4,400 square feet. Built in the 96s. I might have been in this home back in the 90s when I was doing hardwood floors. We spent a lot of time in the subdivision putting in these hardwood floors. 1 acre AR Ranch Estates. If you watch my new construction video, I did a tour of this subdivision for new construction in this area. It's north of Rapid City along Deadwood Avenue, along a road called Erickson Ranch Estates. A little more prairie-ish, but you do have some views of the hills in the distance. On the golf course, Red Rocks. This is a bit up from Red Rocks Meadows. This is Red Rock Estates. $750,000 for 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, 0.25 acres on 3,700 square feet. If you're looking for West Boulevard, you can also spend some money on West Boulevard. Historic. This is what, 1911? So you've got the historic things going on. With a couple garage. They did do some updates in this property. Yeah. So it's not all old stuff. But you definitely have the wide trim and just the look of an old-fashioned home. For those people that like that, for $765,000. Panamera Circle for $800,000. This is kind of up on top of the hill. So you're looking over Rapid City. Big deck. Interesting chandeliers. Yeah, good view. I like the big windows. 4,800 square foot for about $800,000. Only one house available in the $900,000 to $1 million price point, and that's on Google Drive. I've dealt with Loggy Construction before. This is the Villas at the Villaggio. If you go Catron Boulevard over from Mount Rushmore Road, or excuse me, over from Sheridan Lake Road, you'll get into this area. These guys do a very good job building their properties. Some very cool things they usually add in them as well. 4,000 square feet, 0.330 acres. All right, if we have over $1 million to spend, we got 32 properties to look at. 5 acres. I'm not even sure where this is. JW Drive. Where we got here? Oh, okay, I got you. So here's Mount Rushmore Road. You're going up the hill here. This Tower Road, this is where the hospital is, kind of right here. This Tower Road takes you up here. Skyline Drive's coming here. There's a new subdivision right here. Kind of a cool location for sure. Yeah, you got some classic stuff going on here. Bitterroot is back to Countryside South, built in 2000. Natural home, hardwood floors. 0.70 acres. I sold a property in Builderwood Court before. It was a really nice area, especially with the backyard. I had a nice backyard back in there. Cloud Peak Drive is the High Point Ranch subdivision I was talking about. This is the other side of Red Rocks, like I mentioned before. Cliff Drive. Okay, so here we are, southwest part of town, kind of back behind Canyon Lake, and it's just a lot of a hillsy feel back here. 1.57 acres. Built in 1972. Back, and that's when everything was built up in that day. So you were still in town, but you feel like you're up in the Black Hills. Lots of cool subdivisions up in that area. You definitely have the 70s beams, 70s architecture going on. Covenant Drive is basically across the street from the Villaggio. Billivis is a state subdivision off Catron Boulevard. Kind of added a little more chutzpah here on this property. Look at these waterfall granite countertops. Ooh, inside gas fireplace. Yes, a few more fun stuff up in that range. Meadowview Court, 15 acres, 5,000 square feet. Got some views of the hills in the distance. Now we're talking. Got the somewhat rustic, but not all the way rustic, which I like. A little bit of wood is good, but I don't like everything wood. Built in 2002. This one here is... All right, we're off Nemo Road. Yeah, Nemo Road's here as you're coming out of town. And you're down this road, up and down to this spot right here. Anybody can handle that view, huh? I will take that. $1.5 million. Florman is in town, 6,800 square feet, big old house. Got city views. Built in 2000, so it's a newer build. Got some classic stuff going on. Yeah, there we go. What's that? 1.6 million basically. Par Place. View and map. That's what I thought. Spring Creek Road. Down Highway 16, here's Reptile Gardens. You go on a Necroc Road, there's a bunch of homes in this area. These are kind of some cool properties. Really spread out. 7,500 square feet. Built in 94. This is another one where I might have been on. Oh, there's a few. On the hill next to the hospital is Alta Vista Drive. Kind of rolling up there. This is Highway 16 going out of town here. You got a pool. Everybody likes a pool. 4 acres, 2002 build. Definitely have the executive mansion feel going on right here. A lot of garages. Oh, 2 big ones down there, a couple of 9 ones up there. You'd have to buy more stuff just to fit in here, just for kicks. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, very contemporary. Cool looking things. 2.7 million, pretty much the most expensive home you can buy in Rapid City at the moment. As always, homes continue to come on and off the market, and you never know if that perfect home for you might just pop up. But hopefully this video gives you an idea of what you can expect to spend in the Rapid City and surrounding area, so you don't call me and say, hey, I want a 5-acre property in the Black Hills for $200,000, because that just doesn't exist. If you love this video, make sure you check out this video and this playlist. Thanks so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Remember, love you live.